And it's nice to have you on the line. Let me start first by, because I have you seen Honorable Kujato Blackwell's post?
Yes, yes, yes.
And the question Nancy is asking is, how is this possible? How could this guy claim that I did all this on the blind side of the embassy? They never knew about it. I took all the extra monies. Nobody ever suspected. Do you see how it worked and how it is possible?
No, normally when it comes to internal fraud, there will always be one person within and two people outside, or two people within and one person outside. That is at the fundamental level. Then number two, considering the nature of this particular fraud, it takes just about 3 days or 3 weeks or 3 months or 3 years to be fully blown out. Considering that he is the IT person in this organization, within 18 months, 6 to 18 months, even if they claim they don't know anything about it, within 6 to 18 months, it should be so glaring that almost everybody with authority to authorize some payment or some level of procedural processes within the embassy would have been made aware of. So it would be strange to say that people are not aware. It is not true.
Oh, so the claim that I did this alone, nobody knew, is impossible.
No, he cannot be. Yeah, he cannot be a lone ranger. Within 6 to 18 months, a lot of people would have been known, and the people who will be known will be those with the power to authorize stuff, those with the power to take decisions, those with the power to review certain embassy procedural processes, being it a document or movement of people. And considering the fact that the Washington embassy predominantly will engage in postal services where transactions will be done online, basically, those in charge of reconciliation and payment of accounts and many of those things would have been known. When it's too late, within 6 to 18 months, everybody should have been known, because that is the nature of internal fraud regime, and it is a standard practice all over the world.
Because right now, it seems everybody at the embassy is saying, we didn't know about it. He did it. And he's also saying, I set up a company outside, put a link on the website of where people apply for these visas and passports. Put a link there that send them to an external website where I take those extra charges. Since he is the guy who is sitting and running everything, is it not possible that it can be done?
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that even if you create a parallel website and you link into the Ghana embassy, people within the embassy would have realized it because of inflows and outflows and the nature of the applications. Definitely there's going to be complaints. Definitely there are going to be issues to be reconciled. And you remember one of the guys, I've forgotten the full name, it's called Boafo or something. I saw yesterday, I overheard him on Joy saying that people complain. And he got to know that when he asks people give certain flimsy excuses and they give reasons for why such a thing is being done. But with my competence in fraud prevention, when it comes to internal fraud and the level of authority he has, I can tell you competently that even if at the beginning people are not aware, within 6 to 18 months, it will become so glaring for people with authority within the embassy to be aware of.
And having found this out, the minister steps that the minister has taken a few steps, dissolving the entire IT department. Is that a good one?
Definitely, what he did is a master stroke within the diplomatic circles, particularly within the U.S. enclave. You know, we have New York and we have Washington. To the extent that Washington has come under the radar for all manner of criminal activities, it is just proper they restructure it. So the word I saw, which I was happy, was restructuring. So restructuring could mean shut it down, reactivate it again. And if you remember, particularly when it comes to these foreign affairs issues, Okudjata Brokwa has waged a crusade. And even at his birthday, it became so clear when he said that certain third-party activity contracts were going to be signed. By his advocacy, he has saved Ghana money. People took him on. There was a man on the panel and there was another young man on the panel. They took him on. So when I hear some of these things, I wasn't surprised at all. Particularly about 2, 3, 4 years ago, certain people have done what we call fraud risk assessment across many of our embassies across the globe. There are three things that came out among the many things as key highlights. One of them was customer service management issues. The other one was limited resources. And the other one was misapplication or misappropriation of embassy funds or more peasants. So I wasn't surprised at all when I saw the post on Okujeta Broadcast War. I went back and I read through some of those things the guys published when they finished the fraud risk assessment across our embassies. So it is something that is a bit more widespread. And what Okujeta did is the right thing to be done. Let's clean it up and make sure that those who commit fraud are brought to book.
There's a suggestion that closing down the embassy is going one step too far. That would be embarrassing to Ghana.
Forget about their line. Forget about them. Within the diplomatic circles, it can happen. What about if there's fire outbreak? What do you do? This is our embassy. We are not stopping people. People can use the New York Center for some time. Where we were landing, sometimes there are issues with where the visas are being issued, and there are various ways of doing it. Even in this country, so now you're not aware that there are two countries that are using one embassy. These things happen. There are some countries that you cannot find their embassies in Ghana, and you have to travel to another country to get whatever visa services. All these things are allowed within the diplomatic circle, particularly when fraud has become the order of the day, and financial malfeasance has created a problem for you. And as a government, you are determined of cleaning it up. So I think he hasn't done anything so strangely. People should rather encourage him that he should do more to clean up our embassy.
Based on what you said about some people doing some fraud risk analysis of our embassy, what do you think he should do, having seen this in Washington, D.C.? Should he limit it to this place because this is where he said the complaints comes from, or he should go around?
No, I think he should go around. People ask me why Washington. I'm saying that he closed it down because he's asking for audit investigation. Because there will be prosecutions, if that is what Attorney General will want, it means that when audit goes in, the outcome of the audit investigation will become the crime evidence that can be used in court. But before Okujeto closes down, it is presumed that he has gotten about 80% of what he was looking for, and it portrays to the point that a major fraud has occurred. Now, because of the new law passed in 2017, where people can go for pre-bargaining, we need to be careful. If somebody makes 10 billion and you put it into investment, and you go for pre-bargaining and they are not paying interest on the money, and you are just going for a minimum or a minimal amount, they will still come out and enjoy their booty. Yes, so investigation great, arrest great, prosecution great, confiscation of the prosecution and confiscation of the asset they acquire as a result of the fraud activities, it is key. And until we are able to take it to the last end, where the proceeds from these illicit transactions and criminalities and fraud is averted, they will go back and begin to, enjoy it and send it to other businesses and place more layers on it. And they will reintegrate it into the system, which becomes the highest level of money laundering for some of these people.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kumadoe, for speaking to us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Richard Kumadoe is fraud and security consultant speaking to us this morning. Well,